Some recipes are created for personal pleasure, while some recipes are created for a noted purpose. This recipe is one of those. Which is this one? This was created for a toothless Nawab, Galouti Kebab. Over the years, several vegetarian versions of this have been created. This is one of those many, Rajma Galouti. Let's begin. Now there are two different types of Rajma beans or kidney beans. The first one is a Kashmiri version, which is deep red in color, of course. It's tinier, but it's intense in its flavor. And the other one is a Punjabi bean, which is slightly bigger, slightly lighter in color. That's equally good for health. For this recipe, I'm using the Punjabi version, which is the big, thick and plump one. We need to soak this overnight, wash it well, soak this overnight. And then we need to cook this, rather pressure cook this till it's soft, fork tender. The next is to add in salt as required. And along with this, water of course. Let's pressure cook this till the beans are soft and tender. While these beans are getting pressure cooked, let's quickly make the Galouti mixture, the spice mix. Let's do that. The first thing that goes in the mixie jar is coriander, which need to be nicely washed. All the soil, mud needs to go out. To this, I'm going to add in chilies. Now these are green chilies, the spicier version. I personally like these kebabs slightly on the spicier side. So I'm going in for 3, but you can use this with absolute moderation. To this, I'm adding in cloves of garlic, peeled in this case. Now, basically what I'm doing is I'm sticking to the mechanics of this kebab. I'm going to make it nice, soft and tender. No untoward bites in the mouth. So absolutely nice and pasty. Ginger, peeled and cut roughly, some mint leaves, and finally to this I'm adding in fried onions. Now fried onions, we all know how to make at home, but here's this express masterclass for all of you who want to know. Cut the onions, rather slice the onions nice and thin, crush them with your fingers and fry them in hot oil. While the onions are getting fried, add in a little bit of salt so that the caramelization happens faster. Finally, you drain the onions and retain the oil, because in the same oil, we're going to cook the Galouti. Let's add in the fried onions. Well, in case you're looking at a detailed technique recipe on how to fry onions, check the description box below. I'm going to cover this and grind this into a fine and smooth paste. A little water only if required. Let's add in a little bit of water and push all this masala right back into the center of the jar. It's been 10 whistles. The Rajma should have perfectly cooked by now. The pressure has also subsided by now. Let us check. I'll show you what fork tender means. So the Rajma is done, cooked and ready. And also if you notice, it's not turned mushy. It's not turned into a mush. That's not what we're looking at. Draining out water, in this case, any residual water needs to be drained out. Because eventually, remember the fact that you're making a kebab, almost like a tikki or a cutlet, which needs to be dry. Now, of course, because this has a lot of its own starch and fiber, it may not need extra breadcrumbs or flour of any kind. Allow this now to cool down completely, and the next step is grinding this into a paste. The beans have just kind of come down to room temperature. Let's grind these when they're still slightly warm. With this, our Rajma is ground and ready. Try to make this as pasty as you can, because remember the fact that this eventually is a Galouti Kebab. You do not want untoward mouthfeel. To this paste, let me add in the chutney that we just made a while back. Remember the fact that all the flavor lies in here. Scrape all these beautiful bits. And next, some dry spices, beginning with red chili powder, garam masala powder. For this recipe, if you can lay your hands on lazzat-e-tam, which is quintessentially the Lucknowi garam masala, go all out and put that to use. Since I do not have that, I'm adding in a little bit of a floral note, which is dried rose petals, which are crushed. A touch of salt, remembering the fact that salt was also added in while boiling the rajma. Mix this well. With this, your Rajma Galouti mixture is done and ready. The next step is to fry these. Let's heat a pan on high flame. And to this, I'm going to add in oil. Now, this is the same oil that has been reserved from the fried onions for that added wonderful flavor. Once the oil just kind of begins to heat up, we'll dip our fingers in water and pick like a lemon-sized ball, like so, and just try to give it some shape. Now, in this case, because the mixture is very light, it's very soft, you will not be able to make it like a cutlet. But with very light hands, just try to make some shape out of this. And drop this in oil. Remember that the pan is just kind of begin to heat up and it's not hot at all. You'll wonder why the oil is not sizzling, and that's exactly the point, because we do not want the galouti to sizzle and start bursting. Allow it to form shape, hold shape, and then we'll carefully give it a flip. These kebabs need to be cooked on medium flame. The best part about these kebabs is that the mixture is entirely cooked. All that is now required is that beautiful crisp exterior. And for that, medium flame does the job perfectly well. After like a minute and a half on one side, we shall carefully flip this. Well, in case by any chance you feel that the kebabs are just kind of deforming, do not worry. These are galouti kebabs. With the help of your spatula or your spade or your flipper, just kind of get it together, and that's about it. These kebabs are done and ready. These now straight go on the serving platter. Do not dance them around. No tissue paper, nothing. Just the platter now. Want to see how soft these are? Let me show you. With this, ladies and gentlemen, Rajma Galouti Kebab done and ready. The world may want you to eat this with a shirmal, a bakar khani, or a rumali roti. But may I suggest, eat this just like this. This is me, the Bombay chef, Varun Inamdar, signing off. Make this for family and friends and let me know how they like it. Bye for now.